Hello and welcome back to my channel. Okay, we need to talk about this because Instagram dropped a major bomb on us and there is a new algorithm update that is going to blow your mind. So last week, the head of Instagram made a huge announcement and this is going to completely change the reach on your short form content. This will help so many small creators gain more reach, and for some people, this may not be the best news you'll want to hear. We will also chat a little bit about what content's working best now on Instagram to help you increase your reach even more, but we will get into that after. So first, let's dive in and hear what Instagram had to say about the new update.
Historically, if I'm honest, I don't think Instagram has been good enough by small creators out there. Now, we've got tens of millions of small creators, which is amazing, but in general, I think too much reach goes to the largest creators and not enough goes to the little guys. So one change that we're making to how ranking works is trying to do more to amplify small creators, specifically through recommendations.
So as you heard, Adam mentions that small creators historically have not gotten their fair share of reach on Instagram, and they now want to change that, and then they want to change how the rank recommendations work. And this will slowly be rolled out in the coming months. So the way it has been working for a while now with our content on Instagram is Instagram creators account basically broke down everything here, is that Reels were ranked primarily based on how accounts followers engaged with them. Basically, when you post, your post gets sent out to 10% of your followers, and if those 10% engage with your content, then it will get sent out to more people. But if they do not engage, then that post will stop getting pushed out, giving your post no chance of getting discovered by new eyes. This meant that accounts with the largest followings often saw the most reach, which definitely makes it unfair to the smaller creators, and that is why they are now changing it up. Now Instagram will give everyone the opportunity to break through the noise when you now post. So your post will be sent out to some of your followers and to accounts that are not following you. This will help your account gain more exposure and reach on each post if they engage with it, and then it will be sent out to a wider audience. I think this will be amazing for small creators because it has been very challenging on the platform for smaller creators to get discovered lately if their audience doesn't engage with their content. So hopefully in the next coming weeks, you will notice a difference with the reach on your content. So how should we run with this? Now, if you missed the huge reach opportunity in 2020 when Reels first launched, and anyone that was creating Reels grew like wildfire, I feel like this might be the next best thing, so you really do not want to miss out this time. Adam from Instagram always is talking about Reels and using Reels to grow, so if he's always mentioning it, it is for a reason. So please start creating Reels. The next most important thing to mention is make sure you are niching down your Reels. A lot of people made this mistake when Reels first launched, and sadly, I am still seeing it today where people are creating Reels that have absolutely nothing to do with their business or their personal brand. So if one of those Reels does happen to go viral and they go check out your page and it doesn't align with what you do, you are now missing out on an opportunity of gaining new followers that could be your potential clients. So you really want your Reels to be focused on what you want to be known for, using SEO in the video and caption that will get directed to the right audience. And if you want more information on this, I do have a video that dives into Instagram growth and breaks this all down for you, so definitely go check that out. Then you want to be consistent. When this all gets implemented, the creators that blew up and myself during that time were posting often. So take advantage of this and run with it to help your business and brand get more exposure. The algorithm loves consistency on the platform. They want you showing up a lot. So figure out what works with you and your schedule, and then be consistent showing up. The second major change to the algorithm that is great for most of us, but a few of you may not like it, the algorithm will now be rewarding people who make original content. They have been warning us about this for a while now, letting people know original content will always get you further reach on the platform and not to have watermarks on your Reels. This has been a thing for a while, so it's no surprise that they are finally taking action on it. What original content actually means is a unique piece of content that a creator makes and uploads onto Instagram, and an aggregated account, which is the one they want to stop pushing out to the recommendations page, is the one that reposts other people's reels. A lot of them are like maybe the meme accounts that you see that you probably follow. You see when scrolling where it's not their content, or just accounts using other people's content without asking to grow their account without giving the original creator any credit. Basically, what will happen now is they'll go have AI go through all the content on Instagram's recommendation page, and they will identify if the content is original or if it has been copied or reposted, and will search for other reels similar to that one until they find the original creator. This means that the original content will directly replace the reposted content in places where they recommend content, like the explore page and the in-feed recommendations, which means the original piece of content will be the only one being pushed out. So for anyone who has been stealing content and reposting it to their page, will not have the opportunity for that content to be pushed out. So I am so happy about this because it drives me insane the amount of accounts that have even stolen my own content when I go to their page and I see that their reel I created got way more views and engagement on theirs than it did on mine. It frustrates me so much. Instagram also said that if they find a piece of reposted content, they will now label it, linking it to the original creator, and it will remain visible to followers of the account that reposted it. This is great news because it is going to be getting the original creator way more exposure, and this is why creating original content will be king on Instagram if you want to grow. The other thing is they will not replace the content if you are recreating it or if you're tweaking it a bit so it isn't the exact same reel. For instance, editing it to become a meme or remixing it or narrating with a voiceover will be totally fine. But I do think it may be difficult for us to repost the same piece of content onto our other accounts, or if we are repurposing a piece of our own content, this may definitely be affected by that, but hopefully there will be a way we can be able to navigate that. Another thing is they will be removing these accounts from recommendations, which means if accounts are repeatedly sharing unoriginal content to their feed that they didn't tweak, they will be flagged and their content will not be pushed out or recommended for the next 30 days. This is why they are recommending making your own original content so you can continue to have your content pushed out. Now, I really hope AI doesn't become a pain with this, as I already see so many posts being removed and wrongly accused of things. So I pray this will not happen when scanning for original content and maybe mixing the content up with the original creator and the one that reposted it. And when adding meaningful changes to the content so that it doesn't get flagged as a repost, how much of a change do we actually need to have on the reels? And does this include when following trending reels? So do we need to add a drastic twist to it, or will be tweaking it a bit be okay? These are all things we are unaware of right now that I'm hoping will not become an issue, but I guess we will need to wait and find out when all these changes have been implemented. Let's now get into the type of content that is working right now and what will be working in the near future. There is one style of content that has been talked about for a while now, but may not be a thing anymore, and it was the trend of educational content style reels, and they are referencing the style of content from a famous entrepreneur named Alex Hormozi. You may or may not know him, but everyone has been talking about his style of video content that he has been producing for a while. His style of video has big attention grabbing captions, lots of edits and zooms with B-roll video content in it. It is a very fast paced and really keeps your attention when watching it. These were working great, but something else is working way better now. The content that is doing a lot better and getting more reach is now the unedited, natural talking videos that look like you just grabbed your phone and started talking to your audience. I think people are tired of seeing the over-edited style content that is way too hard to recreate, and they want to see something more raw and unedited. I would suggest trying this out for yourself. Post 2 talking reels this week, one that is overly edited and one that is not. It's just a casual conversation, and see which one converts better with your audience. The other piece of content that is working well right now that Alex himself is doing is the screenshot from notes carousel. It isn't the professional graphics from Canva. It's literally a screenshot taken. I feel like people really just don't want the perfect aesthetic content anymore that takes way too much time to create, and they want the relatable content. And the next one that works extremely well that I don't ever think will change and will always help you grow with the algorithm is by creating binge-worthy content. This is a huge trend that a lot of people are missing out on. Instagram doesn't just push out one amazing piece of content. It likes to push out accounts that most of their content responds well with their audience, and this is when they will begin to show more of the content to a new audience. So just to break down what binge-worthy content is for those that are not aware, if I find a reel that I love on the Explore page and I want to go find more on their account and their page is full of similar content on the same topic I am interested in, I am going to go through and I'm going to binge watch their content. I am sure you have done it many times where you've landed on an account and you found yourself endlessly scrolling. But if I go to the page and I want to find more of that same type of reel and the content is all over the place and I can't find anything similar, then you don't have binge-worthy content and you most likely just lost a potential follower. Instagram loves to find creators who consistently have great content where the algorithm can see people going to their profile and binging through their content. This is why being consistent on your page, whether it is through your niche or your own personal brand, is so important. Let's say I follow a fitness instructor for their workouts and all of a sudden her content is posting tips on being a mother. She might lose me as a follower. So if you want to grow on Instagram and have the algorithm push your content out more to people, you need to get clear on your goals on the platform, who your content is for, and what your main topics you will be posting about will be. When you start to show up consistently with the same niche or around your personality, people will binge your content. So create a series of content that you know people can dive into and follow along with each video, and they will continue watching and following you for that. Your series could be about your fitness journey, taking them on the process with you. This will get them invested in knowing what happens next. You can also do what you eat in a day, your workouts, recipes you love, or if you're a fashion influencer, you could do a get ready with me, seasonal looks, affordable style hacks, anything related to what you do. So figure out what your thing is and run with it throughout your whole page. Overall, Instagram's goal is to keep people on the app, which is why they are changing up the algorithm, because they want every piece of content someone sees to be different, so people aren't getting bored and leaving the app. They are forcing people to get more creative with original content to keep the app interesting and keep people on it longer. So the way to increase your reach and growth this year will need to be from creating original content that is going to help you stand out from the crowd. I hope this has helped you understand a bit more about how the ranking works and recommendation works with the algorithm, and let me know what your thoughts are about the new algorithm coming up in the comments, or if you have any questions. And I will see you on the next video.